Okay, Andy, this is for you. Okay? Al hasn't been out here now for about 2 or 3 days. I've been out here every morning with my camera, just like this, and he hasn't gone out. But he's seen so many golf balls go in the lake in the last 2 or 3 days, he can't resist. He's willing to be put on video poaching this lake. I'm gonna use the term poaching. Because I consider buying a greens fee is buying a license to fish this lake. This lake is a repository of goodwill. Every golf ball that's put into this lake is put in by a greens paying golfer. They're paying it forward for the next golfer to come along. If they choose not to take the time to look for the ball in the lake and they move on to keep play moving, they don't have time to search the lake. Well, I'm going to give you a history of what's been going on here for 3 years. Out of the last 3 years, and that's about the time that this gentleman arrived here on the scene. He's a snowbird from Wisconsin. He gets here at the end of September. For the last 3 years, there's only been about 20 or 25 days that this gentleman hasn't performed this operation right here. Only 20 or 25 days out of 3 years being here from September to May. There's only been 25 days probably, I'm going to estimate, that he's missed. 25 days that he's missed out of 3 years, from September to May, every morning. He's up before the crack of dawn. Right now, dawn is probably, the sun up is 5 or 10 minutes away. It's not even sun up yet. And he's strip mining the lake. I call it strip mining. Poaching, strip mining, looting. Loot is, the definition of loot in the dictionary is it's gain. It's, I keep forgetting it. It's called gain. It's unjust gain. Any gain you get that you don't belong, that doesn't come to you, is loot. More or less you stole it. It isn't yours to have. Well, these golf balls in these lake, when he walks off this course this morning, nobody's done this for 3 days. I'm going to estimate he's going to probably pick up 30 to 35 balls this morning. And probably one of the biggest stretch is going to be from the 6 tee box to the green. But this is done every morning. And as far as I'm concerned, you have every right to take this video and have him arrested by the police. I'm on my property. I got up early like he does. Now that I know that every morning he starts out before dawn, I make sure every morning that I'm out here with a camera before dawn. Okay? He's been a little camera shy. This morning he wasn't. If he doesn't see me sitting out here ready to arm this camera, he takes off. And the thing he takes off is he knows that lake is loaded with balls. Okay? He told the police that he goes out and he picks up garbage. The reason he's out there is to pick up garbage. He isn't there to pick up garbage. He's looting golf balls. Now, if you do this every day, do the math, Andy, or anybody do the math, okay? He's probably here, 175 to 190 days a year. He's here from September to May. Okay? And every day before dawn, before the sun comes up, just like this morning. He's out here strip mining this lake of every golf ball in it. Every golf ball. By the time the first golfer hits the tee box this morning, there will be no golf balls left in this lake. And that first person on the tee box is a licensed fisherman. He paid a license to fish in this lake. Maybe you could have Carolyn Clinton send out a memo to everybody in the community explaining that this lake is a vessel of goodwill for the golf association here, the golf course. Every lake, every ball that's taken out of that lake by a golfer is a happy face. It's a goodwill gesture to the golfer. Now, along with this video, I'm going to show you a video of last Sunday morning. Last Sunday morning, I was out here with a camera. It was highly visible, and this man did not choose to go out to the lake on Sunday morning, because he saw me out here with the camera. He's kind of camera shy. When he knows positively that I'm around, he doesn't head for the lake. So Saturday morning, he gets up, and I had moved the camera for 3 days. I had the camera right here where it is today, where he can easily see that it's there. For 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday last week, he never went to the lake. He had 3 mornings that he missed. Heaven forbid. And he sits there all day and he watches this lake get golf balls in it on all day. So on Saturday morning last week, what I did is I moved the camera about 50 feet down my property line. It wasn't in the normal place where he could make a quick peek 15 minutes before the sun come up, see if there's a camera, and if it isn't there, I'll run down to the lake. And that's exactly what he did Saturday morning. So I'm going to send you a video Saturday morning of him strip mining. Well, and the next morning, I came right back. That morning, Saturday morning, as soon as he headed for the lake, I went out to the camera and I recorded him. I went out and I got him the camera. You can send a memo to Carolyn Clinton and have Carolyn Clinton send to the membership that the lake is owned by the golf course. The lake and the balls in the lake were put there by licensed fishermen, which I mean as greens-paying golfers. And you might ask Carolyn Clinton to explain to everybody, all the membership, that that lake isn't to be fished in unless you buy a greens fee. This man right now, when he walks off this course today, you're going to see he's going to have about 25 or 30 balls in that bag. 25 or 30 balls maybe that could have went out as goodwill to greens paying golfers. But no, you got to shorten your battery. You got to short the ground in your battery. Every time this thing gets loaded with golf balls, this man comes out at 15 minutes before sunup and takes every golf ball out of the lake. He's done 20 minutes before the first golfer ever hits the tee box on the 6th hole. Now, the second video that's going to accompany this is Sunday morning. It got played hard last Saturday. You must have had, I don't know how many greens fees, but it got played hard. And the next morning, I made sure I was right here with the camera. When he got up and he saw that I was here with the camera Sunday morning, he chose not to go out. He got camera shy again. So I left the camera on, and the first guy that came through, I spotted this guy 2 weeks ago out here. He's a tall, probably man from 60 to 70. He's left-handed, tall, trim, looks like in good shape, left-handed golfer. Well, he carries a wand in his bag. So about 2 weeks ago, the same thing happened. I was out here for a couple days in a row, and the day that this gentleman was one of the first golfers coming through, this left-hander was the first golfer, one of the first ones, he came through, and because I'd been out here with a camera and Al wasn't going to sweep the lake that day, the lake was filled with golf balls. Okay? And you're going to see on this film where this guy was the first golfer through, the first cart through that morning. On a Sunday morning. And I want you to watch how many golf balls he picked up from right there to over on that point. He must have picked up about 20, 25 golf balls. Just what Al's doing right here. See what Al's doing? That's one of the most lucrative places on the lake to find golf balls. Right there, along the shoreline between the 6th tee and the 6th hole. And there he goes. He's picking them up. Now, I've been living here 13 years. It'll be 14 years here pretty soon, very quickly. And in 14 years, I've never seen anybody do this. Every morning. Every morning. Every morning. The only mornings in the last 3 years that he hasn't clear-cut that lake of goodwill is when I'm out here with a camera. Right now, he knows he's on camera. It doesn't bother him. It doesn't bother him that he's on camera. Look at the size of the bag. Check out the bag of golf balls, Andy. Check out the bag of golf balls that are going to go home in the trunk. All those golf balls are going to go home in a trunk, in his trunk to Wisconsin this summer when he goes home. I'm not talking to you.